Hi everyone, hello, and hello again. Hello again. How is everyone doing? Hi, how are you doing today? I have been busy with lots of classes, which is wonderful. It's really good to have many classes. I'm glad to see everyone joining and logging in. Today we will continue with English classes, which is wonderful. So what I had planned for today is to practice a little bit with some vocabulary that we use in shops and all of that. Yes, I am here now. Okay, so we will be seeing some vocabulary that we use in different types of shops and all of this. Okay, so let's just start because we only have 30 minutes. So I'm going to just show you some vocabulary first. The first vocabulary that we're going to look at are greetings, right? Greetings. So, greetings, okay? How do you greet your customers, right? Are any of you in different shops? Do you own a shop? Are you in a restaurant, in a boutique? What kind of shops do you have? Tell me a little bit about that. Let's see if someone can answer. Okay, so are you in a shop? Are you familiar with this? So when you enter a shop, you want to greet the client, or when a client enters the shop, you want to greet them, right? What is a good way to greet a client when you enter a shop? Well, you want to say welcome to, and you say the name of the place where you are. Let's imagine that I work at a shoe store called Feet. I'm just inventing here. So I would say, welcome to Feet, right? Welcome to the name of the place. And then you would say your name. Let's imagine that this is an English school. And the name of the English school is just English. So I would say, welcome to English. My name is Karen. How can I help you? Exactly. So it would be, welcome to English. My name is Karen. How can I help you? That helps the client know that you work there and that they can get help from you. Okay, so that would be a good way to greet your customers, right? With your greetings. All right. So some other things that we could use to greet is depending on the type of shop. Let's imagine that you are in a restaurant. What do you think is the most important thing to know if you are in a restaurant? What do you ask to the client? Let's see if someone can tell me. Oh, okay. No problem, caballero. So if you are in a restaurant, you want to know if your customer has a reservation or not. If the customer booked a reservation, right? So the verb book, not the object, the verb. To book means to make a reservation. When I go to a hotel, I book a reservation at the hotel. When I go to a restaurant, I book a reservation at a specific time. And yes, you can also show the menu. The menu is important, right? Exactly. So the customer can tell you, I am to join. This is a possibility. If this person is going to be with some friends that are probably there, or that the reservation is under a different name, they can say, I am to join, I'm going to invent a name, Mr. Smith, right? I am to join Mr. Smith means that Mr. Smith is the person that the reservation is for, and you are going to sit with him. Okay? So I am to join Mr. Smith's table, for example. Okay? I am going to join Mr. Smith's reservation. Okay? All right. Now, what happens if the customer doesn't have a reservation? Let's imagine that the customer doesn't have a reservation. Okay? Well, the customer is going to ask if there are any available tables. Available. If there are available tables. Right? Available means disponibles. Available. So you can ask, do you have any available tables? Do you have any available tables? So that you can join the restaurant, you can have dinner. Sometimes restaurants can be really full, right? Okay, all right. So if the table, for example, sometimes you can see a little paper or a little sign that says that it is reserved, right? Let's imagine that you travel to the United States or to England, and a table has a little piece of paper that says reserved. Reserved means that it's busy. It's for someone else that they're waiting for. If it's reserved, you can't sit there. Okay? All right. So let's imagine that you do have a table for the customer. You do have a table. So you would say, yes, please follow me. Please follow me. And you guide the customer to their table, right? Please follow me. We have a table ready for you. We have a table ready for you. Wonderful. So that would be at a restaurant. What about at a hotel? We also have reservations at hotels, right? Let's imagine that you have a small hotel and you receive a customer that probably has a reservation or not. If the person has a reservation, you would say, my reservation is under, and you say your name. My reservation is under Karen Tenorio, for example, in my case. So let me write it down. My reservation is under, and then you say your name. My reservation is under Karen Tenorio for 2 people, for 3 people, for example. Okay, up there. You can see the light, right? Very good. So, is under means that it is with that name. All right, very good. So, when you're helping the client, you need to make sure that you explain what the reservation details are, right? So you're going to tell your client, thank you, Mr. Smith, for example. Let me go over your reservation details. Let me go over your reservation details. Go over means review, explain all the details, okay? So you would say you have a twin size bed, or you have a king size bed on the top floor with ocean view, right? Ocean view. You can see the ocean from your room. That sounds like a good plan, right? Right after this confinement, to be in an ocean view suite in front of the sea. That sounds excellent. I don't know about you, but that sounds excellent to me. All right, so next. We have 2 options. The room is ready or the room is not ready. Sometimes people arrive to the hotel and they arrive really early. Let's imagine that they arrive at noon. at 12 o'clock. And you're like, oops, the room is not ready. They're cleaning the room. So you would tell your customer, your room will be ready at 3 p.m. It's usually the time when rooms are ready. Your room will be ready at 3 p.m. In the meantime, you can wait at the bar. Or in the meantime, meaning during this time, in the meantime, you can go to the spa. Sounds excellent, right? You can go to the spa. Or in the meantime, we can hold your bags. We can hold your bags means they take the bags and they put it in a room. So you don't have to worry about the bags, right? So we can hold your bags. Now, let's imagine that these people didn't have a reservation, okay? Some people arrive and they can ask, I was wondering if you have rooms available for tonight. I was wondering means I am asking myself if this is a possibility. I was wondering. Meantime, yes, in the meantime means during this time, during your wait, during something that's happening in the meantime. I hope this answers your question, Norins. All right, so you can have two different possibilities that you do have a room for them or that you don't have a room for them, right? Depending on the season. So if you do have a room for them, you would say some questions like, how many nights do you need the reservation for? How many nights do you need the reservation for? Or how many nights are you staying with us? How many nights are you staying with us? So then they will say 2 nights, 3 nights. Yes, don't worry, caballero. I was wondering I was asking myself this question. It's like saying, I will say it in Spanish, preguntarse a sí mismo. I am wondering, for example, I am wondering when we will be in phase 2, right? In our sanitary territory. So I am wondering if my daughter wants to eat hot dogs tonight, right? I am asking myself. It's not really like asking yourself, like you have a conversation with yourself. You're not having a conversation with yourself. That would be a little crazy, right? We don't go, Karen, what do you think about this? And then I answer, no, I don't know about that. Not like that. Not like that. It's more like, I'm thinking about this and I'm not sure. I'm asking myself in my mind. I am wondering. Okay, so coming back to the reservation. So if you are telling the person the information and you're asking them, how many nights do you need? Okay, let me see, sorry. Mr. Smith or Mrs. Smith, I will get over your reservation. Okay, it's better to say I will go over your reservation. I will go over. Go over is to resume, to say, okay, so it's 3 nights, 4 nights, queen size bed, 2 rooms, 1 room. So go over is to read out loud, explain all the details. You go over it. My pleasure. My pleasure. So let's imagine that you don't have any rooms. You didn't have this reservation. You're completely full. It's summertime, high season, no space for anyone else. So you would say, I'm sorry, but we're booked. Or we are full. It's better to say booked. I'm sorry, but we're booked. I'm sorry, but... So, my pleasure. So, you could say, I'm sorry, but we are booked. Another way to say, I am sorry, but to a customer, and it doesn't have to be only for a hotel. It could be for other types of customers. We can say, I'm afraid. And yes, I know many of you say afraid is like scared. Not always. I'm afraid is also an expression to say, ooh, I don't want to say this, but... I don't want to say this, but... I'm afraid, but... Like that. So, it would be, I'm afraid we are booked. I'm afraid I can't help you. I'm afraid we don't have space. So you can say, I'm afraid, and then the situation, exactly. So you're saying that it's not a possibility. You're being nice saying this, okay? All right, let's move on to a different thing, okay? So now let's imagine that someone is calling you. All of these are kind of greetings. When you say hello to a person, it's like a small summary on greeting a customer and also greeting them, in this case, in a phone call. Okay, so you are on a phone call. Someone calls you. What's the very first thing that you should say? Let's think about this. Entrepreneurs. What are entrepreneurs? Freelancers as well, right? Freelancers. Do you know what that means? I'll write it down. Freelancers. This is an interesting name. Freelancer is un autónomo. Autónomo, a freelancer. A person that works for himself. Yes. Entrepreneurs are emprendedores. Yes. So I can say that a freelancer is also an entrepreneur, right? Entrepreneur, emprendedores. Freelancer, autónomo. Okay? So, for all of you that are freelancers, you answer the call when you have to offer a service or product. And what do you say first? Good etiquette, right? We need to say first good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, right? Good morning. And then you say your name of the company. So, for example, let's imagine that my company is called English, or my company is Pimec, right? So I would say, good morning, Pimec, Pimec Foundation, for example. Good morning, Pimec Foundation. Karen speaking. That's my name, Karen speaking. How may I help you? Right? So we have different things. Good morning, Pimec Foundation, or Pimec Formación, right? The name of the company. Karen speaking. How can I help you? Good morning, Pimec Formación. Karen speaking. How can I help you? So I want someone to tell me here in the chat how you would say it with your business name. Tell me how you would say it with your business name. I only want one. One person. Taka, 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 taka. Someone type. So how would you say it? I see lots of hearts, which is wonderful. But how would you say it in your company or where you work? You don't have to be a freelancer to answer the phone call like this, right? Well, okay, very good. Very good. Estética, yes. And for that, you can also say beauty salon. Very good. Yes. So remember, you would say good morning. Remember, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, right? At the beginning. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Then the name of the company. For example, in this case, you could say, good morning, Sylvia Batch's salon. Sylvia speaking. How can I help you? Good morning, Sylvia Batch's salon or beauty salon. Sylvia speaking. How can I help you? Exactly. Hi. Eva speaking. How can I help you? Remember to say good morning or good afternoon or good evening. It's a nice way to greet the customer, right? Very good. Hi, I'm Anna. My shop's name is With Flowers. Okay, so we could say, for example, the flower shop. You would say, good morning, the flower shop, Anna speaking. How can I help you? Good afternoon, this is Adventure Sports, Estrella speaking. How can I help you? Perfect. Very good. Excellent. Don't worry, Eva. Little by little, step by step. Okay? Don't worry. Step by step. You will learn. Okay? Very good. Excellent. So, normally the client will say, yes, I need to get a reservation or I need to ask for this. Let's imagine with the flower shop. We could say, yes, do you sell white roses? Do you sell white roses? And then you would answer, certainly, certainly. Maybe for next class I should get one of those big plastic phones so we can practice. So, certainly means yes, but with a lot of education, with very good etiquette. Of course, and you're being very, very polite. Very polite. Yes, very good. Good afternoon, Pharmacol. Garcia speaking. Yes, remember to say, how can I help you after that? How can I help you? So they ask, do you have white roses? You say, certainly. And then you offer the varieties. We have a bouquet, we have an arrangement, right? What is an arrangement? Arrangement. Arreglo, right? A flower arrangement is an arreglo floral, right? Very good. So, so you answer the questions that the client has when you have the phone call. And very good, exactly. Let's imagine that this person calls, but he doesn't want to speak to you. He wants you to transfer the call, or he wants to speak with a different person. This we need to be very careful with, very careful. Because if we say, for example, yes, one moment, and then you just transfer, like, you don't know if that client received the help. You don't know if the call was answered on the other line. So the client can be lost. And we don't want to lose clients, right? We want more clients, and we want the clients to be happy. And so to do this, we need to make sure that the client gets the person that he wants to speak with. So let's imagine the client calls, right? And he says, yes, can I speak to Mr. Jones? Can I speak to Mr. Jones? Then you know that Mr. Jones is not available. Or you can say, yes, hold on a minute. You put the client on hold, and then you contact Mr. Jones or whoever. And you wait until Mr. Jones answers, right? You wait until he answers. If he answers, then you say, you have a call. You transfer it, right? Let's imagine that he doesn't answer. Well, you leave that call, you come back to the client, and then you say, I am sorry, but Mr. Jones is not available. And here we need something very important. We need information from the person that is calling. So you're going to say, can I have your name and number? Can I have your name and number? So when you write down, because you need to make sure that you write this down, you need to write the name. I'm going to write it down. You need the name, the number, and that's the most important thing. And you need to keep a note on the hour of call. right? And you need to say who this person wants to call, right? So, 2 things the person gives you: the name and the number, but you have to add the hour of the call and who he wants or she wants to speak with. So when you can contact the other person, you can give that information and he can call back. Call back. Remember call back? To call back means to contact that person back, right? Regresar la llamada, call back, right? We always want to call back because if we forget, we lose clients. So it's important to call back, right? To make sure, and you need to make sure that the person received the help. Wonderful. Let's move on. So we saw phone calls. Exactly. So let's see. We have a little bit more on greetings. Oh, we actually only have 2 minutes. So let me tell you very quickly. I'm very happy to be back. I hope that I start seeing you more and more. I'm sorry that I wasn't that prepared today, but for next class I will have a better preparation, better things, more vocabulary, and I hope that you have a good time while you are with us. Remember, if you want any English courses, you just have to contact us. Send us a message. We have many different types of courses, right, that are for free. You just have to contact us if you work in a company or if you don't work at the moment. Yes. I will be seeing you at the same hour, okay? So we will be posting in Pimec right there. You will be seeing the picture when we have the classes and the topics we will see. So we will start interacting more and more. And remember, if you want specific topic, don't worry, send us your messages and we will be paying attention to what you need. Okay? So have a wonderful evening and I'll see you next class.